Hey guys, welcome to No Gratification. This is another video where I go through my phone and read some articles from Medium. I recently bought a subscription of Medium, so I read a couple of articles. I'm trying to do about a couple every day. So if you find this interesting, subscribe to my channel. Yeah, and if you enjoy Medium, go buy your own membership, of course. And I won't be reading through the entirety of this article, but I just find articles that interest me on people's perspective, and then I contrast my own perspective, and so that we can all be on the quest towards truth and find what is true for ourselves. So, maybe this woman is right, maybe this is true for her. I'm just saying what's true for me. Uh, you know, if we have a difference in opinion, that's that. But yeah, so the article says if you find cuties offensive, you just don't understand 11-year-old girls. You don't understand them. I understand 11-year-old girls. I know this. You don't understand. So don't be offended. You know, so let's read some of this. So we need to recognize that many of our precious pre-teens are already thinking about sex, and that isn't a bad thing. All right, let's just stop right there. Pre-teens thinking about sex, and that's not a bad thing. It's a bad thing. You should not be thinking about sex. Pre-teens should not be thinking about sex. Can they have a baby? Like, can these girls have a baby? If they can have a baby, think about sex. But if you can't have a baby, why are you thinking about sex? You can't even have a baby. Sex is for reproduction. Anyway, it goes on to say blah blah blah. The Cuties premiered on Netflix. There was some people were angry. Many people argued the movie exploits and sexualizes children. And Ted Cruz called an investigation. It's true, the actors are young and they are dancing provocatively, and the artwork Netflix used to promote the movie focused on their tight skimpy outfits. Okay, but in the end, I love how they just give you all this shit. Like that's the basis of everyone's argument. Like they state all the bad, and then they're like, but forget the bad stuff. Here's my point of view. But in the end, the movie, like all good movies, is a simple reflection of reality, guys. And this reality has not been explored as much as it needs to. 11-year-old girls are already thinking about sex. Okay? And the film, but girls are so cute, they're still children, but they are in the beginning of their journey into womanhood. And Cuties sheds a light on confusion and insecurities that come from entering puberty. Let's just break down this woman's argument. Like, what she's saying is that because society does this, because society right now, the majority of 11-year-old girls are already thinking about sex, that means this movie is okay. That's the whole base of her argument. Just because the majority of society thinks and feels like that, that makes this movie okay. Not that the society is wrong. Like if everybody's doing something, if the majority of people are doing something, does that mean it's right? Does that mean that's the truth? Or maybe the people are away from the truth? Like, you just listen to your heart. Does your heart tell you that 11-year-old girls exploring sex is right? Because if it does, then maybe you got something wrong with your heart. This tells me that the society is wrong. And there's something wrong in the society if 11-year-old girls have a feeling for reproduction, are already exploring that feeling. I always just imagine like these leftist people like watching this video and just thinking like, this guy's a prude, blah blah blah. And it even goes into the article. It's just like the feeling sexual. This by saying this movie is wrong, critics are implying that somehow being a preteen is wrong, that feeling sexual is wrong, that this curiosity is wrong, that making mistakes is wrong. Yeah, making mistakes is wrong. Being curious about sex is wrong. And for girls to explore that is wrong. And I'll tell you why it's wrong. Because it just comes down to this very simple truth. And the reason why that the reason why this woman even goes to say that, my friends and I used to sneak on the American Online into chat rooms and have conversations. We were desperate for male attention. Why it's wrong is because your father was wrong. Your father didn't give you the appropriate male attention. And that's why you needed to explore that male attention. And what happens in the society is there's a lot of females with weak fathers, unfortunately, because they've suffered through these men have suffered through a lot of feminism, that they just come out weak. They have kids and they're not the strong father figure that gives their daughter wisdom. And the wisdom that they need to give their daughters is that they have an object value. All women have a natural charm and beauty and attractiveness from their body. Their body gives them an attractiveness which attracts a man. And if you're going to chase men with that charm and attractiveness, you're going to get used and abused. You're going to get exploited. It's like if I was really rich and I walked through a poor suburb and I was chasing poor people with my money and was like, hey, poor person, you want to be business partners? And the poor guy's like, yeah, okay. And he's my business partner. But next month he takes my money and fucks off. What did you think was going to happen? I had a higher value than him. Of course he was going to use me. That's the same with the woman. That's the same with you. Your father didn't give you the wisdom you needed to know that you had a value in your body. Your body has a value. And you need to protect that value by not chasing men. And if you're 11 and you have these feelings, then you need the wisdom to know that these feelings should not be explored and that you should save it for your husband who will marry you and look after you. And a man who takes a vow to exchange your value of beauty and sex for providence and looking after you. That's a value exchange, and it works well. And you both help each other. Nobody uses each other here. Nobody gets used. Nobody gets abused. So, no, we had this wrong. All of it is wrong. And this woman is completely... This God help her, she is away from the truth. She's trying to say it's right because the world's fucked up. So if the world's fucked up, why not add more fucked up shit to it, like this Netflix show, Cuties? And yeah, anyway, that's it, guys. I'll see you on the next video.